The Tulsa Library is getting ready to welcome an award-winning author to town for this year's Peggy V. Helmrich Distinguished Author Award. So Adrian Alexander, kind enough to join us. He was part of the selection committee and here to tell us about Richard Ford and just kind of how you can hear him while he's in town. So this is a really unique opportunity. First of all, welcome, Adrian.
Thank you very much.
Really unique opportunity for Tulsans to see Richard Ford. Tell us about him.
Richard Ford is an American novelist and short fiction writer who has been around for a while. His first books came out in the early 1980s. His first really notable book was called The Sports Writer that came out in '86, and he followed that with a sequel called Independence Day, which won the Pulitzer Prize in 1995. He wrote two more books about this main character, Frank Bascom. And the last book that he wrote on that series, The Lay of the Land, in 2014, was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize. So he's a notable writer in every respect. And
this is so interesting, Adrian. I read a review, or Douglas Kennedy, who wrote a review on Independence Day.
Right.
He wrote about Richard Ford. He said this: "I cannot think of another contemporary writer who has his finger so firmly on the jittery, apprehensive pulse of the American middle class, and who so understands their search for grace in a society that has lost its way." Do you think that kind of summarizes why you all picked Richard? Why did you all pick Mr. Ford?
Well, I think his fiction is it's enduring, it's very American. It resonated with a lot of people, especially during that period. And he's written subsequent works that continue to show that skill he has with the American language in particular, and the middle class American life. He sometimes talked of in a genre called dirty realism, which is not tawdry, but it just sort of brings out the grittiness and the struggles of middle America at times. Frank Bascom is kind of a lost soul in a way. He was a fiction writer who then became a sports writer and ends up selling real estate eventually, and does quite well at it, in fact. But it shows all of the journey that some people have to make through life to get to a place where they're finally happy.
Well, there are a couple events coming up for this Distinguished Author Award. The award and black tie dinner is Friday, December 1st. That's at 6:30. Again, Richard Ford is the award recipient. And then the public presentation is the next day at 10:30. Both of those are at the new sparkling Central Library. Really wonderful. You can get more information at tulsalibrary.org. Adrian Alexander, thank you for your time, and pass on our congratulations to Richard Ford. This is a big deal, I know, for you all.
It will be my pleasure to do that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.